material-wise, can be equated as a measure for seeing how godly a person is.
That's right.
Because you are blessed and highly favored is a term that's used in some places.
Right.
Let us continue. Continue to read there.
But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
Now, you know what the Most High, brothers and sisters, I want y'all to really just look at the tenor that the direction of this small congregation has taken on change in the last, let's say, 4 years. To be safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
The doctrine we came in with here and the doctrine we are now pursuing here. Why? It's going to be one of two things. Either here it's going to be taught that gain is godliness, or it's going to be taught that contentment with what the Most High gives us is godliness. What is being taught here? What is being taught here is that godliness with contentment is the thing that will measure us having gained anything in this walk. Contentment with what? Continue.
Verse 7 again. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be there with content.
Let us be there with content. Now, I'm not saying how much food and how much raiment. But if you are able to eat and you are able to clothe yourself and be decent when you appear before people, that is great gain if you have the Spirit of God with you.
Or from the elements.
Right. Yeah, to have a house too. I ain't going to, you know.
I mean, that's why you wear your clothes technically not to be fly, but you're actually wearing to protect you from the elements.
Yeah, to protect your skin. And to cover your nakedness, your physical nakedness. Men don't want, you know, sisters walking around just being admired by every man if she belonged to you. And at the same time, you don't want your husband just walking around stark unclothed either, because he belonged to you. So we cover ourselves up. But that physical covering is actually an allegory for the spiritual covering of the nakedness that we have, which is sin.
Right.
Now, if we continue to read, we're going to run into something here. Now, look at how he say, look, some preaching that gain is godliness, but godliness with contentment is great gain.
Right.
So if you got food and clothing, then be content. Because if you are able to achieve that, then you are on a good path. That's a good start for us, right? Read the next verse, Brother Judah.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
He didn't say those who are rich necessarily, but they who will be rich. You know what that means? Your mind is on trying to achieve to be rich. Those who will be rich, like that's what I'm going to do. Like when they got your kid in school and they like, you remember career day? Yeah. And they bring them cats into the school and be like, what you going to do? What kid in there was trying to find out what field would just make you feel good and give you the ability to just help your fellow man? Not me. If any of you raise your hand, I'm not going to say you lying, because you might just have had a better mindset as a teenager than I did. But when a cat came to my school, 17 years old, I'm a junior in high school, and we right on the precipice about to leave this place in another year, whoever make the most money is who career I want. How much you make? Fireman, I'm a little shooker running up in fires. That's insanity running in a building that's burning as people running out. But how much y'all make? Starting out. Oh, that's a starting salary? What's the highest it go? Word. Okay. Have politicians come to the school. I don't really care about y'all. Or y'all live in City Hall or y'all work there. How much the job like that pay? Don't y'all see that's all it's about? It ain't about be a politician so you can help the community.
Right.
It's about be a politician. You tell me one person that was a politician because they just love the people and they ain't gonna take no salary. Now, don't get fooled by Chris Collins, the county executive of Erie County.
Oh, he got money.
He was already a billionaire. So he said, I'll take the job for $1 a year until we get the county in order. But I got a business that bring me billions a year anyway. So don't think he did it for the people, because if he wasn't a billionaire, you don't think he was going to take his salary?
And then taking $1 a year, you better believe in a politician's seat now, he can help his business.
Of course. So what I'm saying is that, and I'm not judging Chris Collins. He might be a good person.
He might be.
But what I'm saying is this. I'm saying, hey, whatever I consider myself, I'm not going to say what the next man not. All I'm going to say is that every career is based upon how much I can make at it. Right. And I can achieve helping them, that's good. But whatever career any of us, I'm going to tell y'all right now, the job I'm in Niagara Falls right now is backbreaking. Let them reduce that wage and see what happens. If I could go and flip a burger for the same amount, I'm flipping a burger because it's less stress on me physically. I'm only in the grind because of what they offer, so for health benefits and for wage. Because we need help. The revolution must be funded. Wow. Now, let us continue to move on. Brother Judah, read verse 10. And wait, hold on. In verse 9, he said they fall into temptation and a snare, and...
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and the snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
The pursuit of riches and trying to be rich is what's killing the earth.
That's right.
It drowned men into destruction and perdition. Men is the world. Men.
And to add in...
No, go ahead, man. You up here to help me now.
It's not just when you say be rich is to be necessarily Bill Gates.
No, I ain't
talking
talking
that.
He
really can't prove that this is all he's saying. For example, that was Judas, one of Judas' goals. He was called the son of perdition because he was drowned in that perdition.
Right.
And he was only getting 30 or something shekels of silver.
However much that equaled up to.
Yeah, just that increase in money. You know, that's what he's more or less getting to. Not necessarily everybody want to be
Bill Gates.
Right.
But it's the pursuit of money and not necessarily the pursuit of life. And so am I sitting up here speaking against having some money? No.
No. Right.
And I'm going to go into the scripture, most high willing, and show money in its proper context. Right. And the reason for it.
Right.
But there is a difference between, hey, we got to live, so we have to produce in order for us and our children and our households to have food and raiment. And there is another thing like, look, I just got to get out here and get it. It's people who not content with just having food and raiment.
That's right.
It's people who will kill themselves because they're going to lose the mansion and the Lexus truck. Y'all don't believe me? There are people who have put a gun to their face and ended it all because they lost their check. They lost the truck, they lost the house, and they lost their stock, and they're going to have to move into a rough neighborhood in a cheap apartment and catch the bus to work and work a different job. Life ain't worth nothing no more because my financial status has deteriorated greatly in a short period of time. So that person was not just after food and clothing. That person was after everything the world had to offer. And this is what you, and all of you have to be careful of. Brother, read verse 10, please.
For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
What is the root of all evil? The love of money. Wow. And some people have lusted after it and have even fell away from following Christ. That's right. And keeping the commandments of the Most High. It said, blessed are those who keep the testimony of Jesus and the commandments of God. People have left this thing because of their own pursuit of their own wealth. We talking about coming together so that we can have homes and take care of one another, so that we can have food and raiment. That's right. And people come to us talking about they own land, they trying to buy to build their own house, but just for them. Don't be deceived. Just because you grow a garden don't mean that you doing the will of the Most High. That's right. It's people growing gardens and all they concerned about is their own family. That garden ain't got nothing to do with, I'm going to grow this. And if any of y'all need anything, come holler at me. I know it's a project over there I'm gonna help when I can too. And I also got extra here because I got the space. So our food ain't just there. We got food everywhere, brothers and sisters.